You can sit here, just help them see.
Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me here on Wave Now. I'm Myra Ansari. We are going live to a promotional ceremony that the Louisville Fire Department is having today right now. They're going to be promoting an assistant chief, 5 majors, 7 captains, and 9 sergeants. This is a live look at the a ceremony that's going to be taking place here any minute. So we wanted to bring that to you right now here on a Wave Now so you could see this. Maybe you want to send a thank you, a congratulations to these firefighters who have dedicated their time, their service, their jobs, their lives to protect us. So this is going on at the Mayor's Gallery today. And they're going to be starting here soon. So Mayor Greenberg is going to be there and also several members of the fire department. Again, this is a promotional ceremony that is getting started here. So it should be starting any second. So we can just wait. All right, we are still waiting for that press conference to start. Just wanted to remind folks what they were looking at earlier. This is a promotional ceremony for several members of the Louisville Fire Department that's underway at the Mayor's Gallery today. So the promotional ceremony is for the assistant chief, 1 assistant chief, 5 majors, 7 captains, and 9 sergeants. So they're just running a few minutes behind, no big deal. But just wanted to let you know that that is what we're streaming right now, what you're looking at. So thanks for being patient and waiting with me.
You're fine. Good morning, everyone. This is this is not class. No one's going to be called on. So we've got a whole front row. If people who are standing in the back want to come and take a seat, whoever, we've got plenty of seats still available. So come on the front while I get rid of this peanut in my throat. Well, good morning, and thank you, everyone, for joining us at Metro Hall. Welcome to Metro Hall for this really special and exciting occasion. It's an honor to join everyone here this morning as we celebrate the achievement of 22 of our amazing Louisville firefighters. Every time we do one of these ceremonies to either where recruits become official members of the fire department or where we're promoting members of the fire department, it is always incredibly special to recognize and honor the hardworking men and women of the Louisville Fire Department for what they do every day to keep all of us in Louisville safe. It's particularly meaningful to me. I am the grandson of a firefighter. My grandfather served on the New York City Fire Department for most of his entire career. And I grew up hearing about the stories of heroism of he and his colleagues. And I'm abundantly grateful for the work that you and all of your colleagues do every day. You all are such an important part of our city and such an important part of the dedicated team of public servants that serve our community here at Louisville Metro Government. And your team itself, you all are a team, as you well know, of 500 highly trained men and women who respond to nearly 50,000 incidents a year. This includes structure fires, along with a variety of calls for assistance, including medical emergencies. Louisville Fire Department, as you well know, has specialized teams for hazardous materials, water rescues, high angle, trench, confined spaces, and building collapse rescues. You all prove your courage day in and day out, along with compassion and commitment in ways large and small in every part of our city and every hour of the day. I know that many of you all that are being promoted here today were on scene in minutes just last week when a block away from where we stand today, we had a 3-alarm fire just before midnight. And again, within 2 minutes, you all were on the scene. In all that night, we had 100 firefighters and 15 fire trucks with other apparatus putting out the fire and doing whatever it took to save lives and limit damage to property, surrounding property. And that is just one example of many what you all do day in and day out. So thank you all so much for your work, not just on giant fires like that, but for what you all do every day. Deputy Mayor James, Deputy Mayor Barbara Sexton Smith, myself, our entire administration is so appreciative for the dedication that all of our Louisville firefighters show every day. And I want to thank each of you, whether you're being promoted or whether you're another member of the team. I want to thank each of you for that. You save lives through your actions in emergencies, but also by the work that you do to prevent fires and other emergencies from happening in the first place. By offering fire safety education to children and community members, along with firehouse visits from members of the community, fire extinguisher training, CPR classes, and so much more. It's amazing to think that Louisville Fire has been serving our city since 1858, and we are one of the oldest fully paid fire departments in America. That is a legacy and a tradition we should all be proud of, and that I know you all are continuing to build upon so impressively. We truly have one of the best fire departments in America. And it is an honor for me to serve alongside our new chief, Chief O'Neill, and his entire team who is so dedicated to the cause. And it's a double honor to have the privilege of swearing in 22 newly promoted members of Louisville Fire. I'm honored to be here, and it's wonderful to be here, even if most of these individuals who are being promoted today beat me so badly last week when we all ran in a race at Churchill Downs together in support of the YMCA Safe Places. Every year there's a great race that some of you all might be involved with, where the Louisville Fire Department works to raise money for YMCA Safe Places, and it culminates in a race, usually on the track. This year it was in the infield at Churchill Downs. And I had the great honor of participating and the great honor of finishing just about last in that race. Louisville Fire Department is an incredibly fast team of individuals, and that's just a great example of going above and beyond, not just doing what the job description might says, but doing more to support our community, and in this case, a great organization with YMCA and their Safe Places program. All of the outstanding professionals who are being promoted today have distinguished themselves in a variety of ways in firefighting careers that range from 5 years of experience to 28 years of experience. And they've already earned the ranks from sergeant to lieutenant colonel. So to all of our honorees, I want to say that you are role models for your fellow firefighters, and to all people throughout our entire city. Thank you for your leadership and your dedication to this department, and to everyone in our city. You have truly honored our city with your service. Now, I would like to ask Chief Brian O'Neill, one of the people who left me in the dust last week, to come up and say a few words about these amazing firefighters that we're celebrating today. Chief, thank you also for your service and for stepping up and agreeing to become the chief of Louisville Fire Department. You have had an amazing career so far, and I know we are just getting started on an exciting new chapter. Chief?
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being out here today. Many thanks to Mayor Greenberg, Deputy Mayor James, Deputy Mayor Barbara Sexton-Smith. I also want to say a special thanks to all the family that are here and friends. Much of what is accomplished today is very much because of you, because of the support that these firefighters have at home, from spouses, from parents, from children even. I know that it's a difficult process of the studying and all the time and work that it takes to get a promotion, and much of that is due to you and your assistance, your support, your help. So thank all of you. For all those being promoted today, I have a message to each of you. I'll say this again so it can end up around in offices. Sergeants run the firehouse. We've been saying this for 20 plus years, right? Yours is a position of responsibility. You run the firehouse. You make sure that the apparatus is ready. You make sure the kitchen night gets done. You are that first line of leadership for our new firefighters. So be that example. Think of some of the great sergeants that have gone before, those that just really personified that rank and what it meant. People like Gary Berger, Bruce Kelly, people like Mickey Leister. Be like them. Live up to their example. Captains, yours is a position of leadership. You set the tone for the fire station. On incidents, you are expected to make decisions. Make them. Take in all the information that you can as best you can and make a decision. If it turns out that you get new information, or if it turns out that maybe that decision wasn't the best one, change your mind and make another decision. That's what we do. You get there, you do the best you can, you make a decision, you get more information, you make another decision, you get more information, you make another decision. Teddy Roosevelt, he was in the Rough Riders in the War of 1898. He said the best thing you can do in combat is to make the right decision. The second best thing you can do is make the wrong decision. And the worst thing you can do is make no decision. Think about that when you're on the fire ground and live up to that. And as I will also, I quoted his nephew, FDR, last week in my video. I'll say it again. We will make mistakes, but those mistakes must not be due to a faintness of heart or an absence of moral character. So live up to it, earn it every day. And remember, I'll put that in firefighter terms, it's not how well you do, it's how well you recover, right? Majors, yours is a position of command. Oftentimes, the job is going to be resource management, making sure that personnel and apparatus are properly distributed to cover the city. You're working on overtime, staffing, personnel file, vacation, sick and injury reports. Do not allow those little bits of your job to get in the way of your mission. And that is to mentor and lead those that are in your district, the people under your command. Spend time with them. Get out into the district one-on-one. Spend time with those captains and make sure that you are setting an example for them to follow. You might be thinking, and this goes for everybody in these ranks, well, okay, I'm getting promoted as of yesterday. Some of you haven't even had a day in the job yet. I'm just a probationary sergeant or a probationary major or a probationary captain for the next year. Don't think like that. You're wearing the badge, earn it. Bull Halsey, Admiral, World War II, said, when you are in command, command. And I'll show you an exact example of that. Last week we had a huge fire down here at 5th and Market. The person who was in command of that fire was acting Lieutenant Colonel Philip Markajon, who's being promoted today to Lieutenant Colonel. He didn't step up to that and say, well, I'm technically a battalion chief and maybe no, he took command. He did an outstanding job, as did all of the firefighters on there. If you look at that building, how close it was connected with the others, we basically held it to the building of origin. Yes, there was smoke and water damage to the surrounding area, but they did an incredible job, and thanks in part to the command of Lieutenant Colonel Markajon. So I task you, Lieutenant Colonel, keep up that professionalism, keep earning it every day. For all of you, earn it every day. Never lose sight of your responsibility to your fellow firefighters, to those that have gone before you, to this city, to the community, and to this department. So we're going to go ahead and get going now with some actual promotions. So first of all, I would like to invite Lieutenant Colonel Markajon, all of our new battalion chiefs, all our majors, and if you have somebody that's going to be pinning you, I invite you as well up to the stage. So you guys can go ahead with your family there. We'll have pictures now. We'll also have some pictures at the end. So I promise you'll have plenty of time to get the ones that you want with your family. But let me introduce this group to you. First of all, with the rank of Assistant Chief, Lieutenant Colonel Philip Markajon. Philip's been with the department for 28 years. He will be assigned to Chief 5, Platoon 3. The rest of the group here will be battalion chiefs with the rank of Major. Timothy Slider has been with the department for 16 years. He will be assigned to Battalion 4, Platoon 3. Matthew Cox, 11 years of service. He will be assigned to Battalion 4, Platoon 2. Christopher Thompson, 24 years of service, assigned to Battalion 3 and P1. Chris Reed, 22 years of service. He will be assigned to Battalion 2, P3. And Oliver Montgomery, 22 years of service. He will be assigned to Battalion 1, P3. Go ahead and put that badge on them. They earned it. Try not to stab them in the chest. Congratulations. All right, next let's get the captains up here, the newly promoted captains. So those being promoted to the position of company commander with the rank of captain, Doug Pedersen, 16 years of service. He will be assigned to Engine 5, Platoon 2. Kyle Botner, 11 years of service, assigned to Battalion 2, P1. Tamara Stewart, 10 years of service, assigned to Engine 19, P1. Travis Biggs, 11 years of service, assigned to Engine 5, P3. Robert Algar, 8 years of service, assigned to Battalion 2, P3. Adam Meredith, 14 years of service, assigned to Battalion 3, Pool 1. And Ryan Sheshik, 14 years of service, assigned to Engine 20, P2. Pin away. And it's okay if you don't get it perfect. We can fix it. Congratulations, captains. And last but certainly not least, our sergeants.
You did it, Dad, Gaga. You did, Daddy.
Have to wrap around, that's all right. So being promoted to the position of apparatus operator with the rank of sergeant, Shelby Aldridge, 5 years of service, assigned to Engine 4, Platoon 1. Joshua Alexander, 5 years of service, assigned to Engine 12, Platoon 3. Ryan Cantu, 7 years of service, assigned to Engine 22, P3. Tanner Himes, 7 years of service, assigned to Tower 2, P1. Torian Vaughn, 7 years of service, assigned to Engine 4, P2. David Nolte, 7 years of service, assigned to Quint 7, P3. Robert George, 7 years of service, assigned to Engine 12, P1. Jonathan Rechtenwald, 7 years of service, assigned to Engine 20, P2. And George Miller, 5 years of service, assigned to Engine 5, P3. Go ahead and pin them. Congratulations, Sergeants. Sergeants, you stay up here, please. If I could have the rest of the newly promoted people, please return to the stage so we can issue the oath of office.
Bye, bye.
Mayor Greenberg will administer the oath.
All right, please raise your right hand, and I will ask you to state your name here once, and then I'll read it, and you all will affirm at the end. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution and statutes of this Commonwealth and acts of the General Assembly of Kentucky relating to cities of the first class and cities of all classes and ordinances of the city of Louisville, and be faithful and true to the Commonwealth of Kentucky so long as I continue a citizen thereof, and that I will well and faithfully execute to the best of my ability and discharge the duties of the new office to which I have been promoted, according to law and ordinances. And I do further solemnly swear that since the adoption of the present Constitution, I, being a citizen of this state, have not fought a duel with deadly weapons within the state, nor out of it, nor have I sent or accepted a challenge to fight a duel with deadly weapons, nor have I acted as a second in carrying a challenge, nor aided or assisted any person thus offending. And I do further solemnly swear or affirm that I possess the qualifications prescribed by law and that I am not subject to any disabilities which render me ineligible to hold office to which I have been appointed. Do you so affirm that oath? Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our promotion ceremony. You are more than welcome to stay here and get pictures with your loved ones, with your newly promoted, or with just some random people off the street if you want. Thank you.